Victor and Libby Boyce both join us, and I just want to say how very sorry we are for your loss. And before we talk about all the grief you've been going through, can you talk to everyone a little bit about the joy that he brought to his life and to the life of all of those who knew him?
Yeah. Cameron was extremely effervescent. He loved life. He was very talented. He had so many friends and acquaintances that he touched. He was very caring of other people. He was just a joy. We used to say he got a little pixie dust because he was just a special human.
He was like a magnet that just drew happiness. My sister would say the party didn't start until Cameron came in because it didn't. And he just got everybody going, got everybody dancing, got everybody singing. He was just fun. And we just miss everything about that.
How are you both coping with this today?
It's minute by minute. I mean, honestly, sometimes I just black it out of my mind and forget, and then I'll smell something, I'll see something, I'll hear something, and it just takes me right back in. Pictures, the Lakers, anything that he liked, anything he didn't like, which wasn't much, would just bring me back to that. And it's just, it's hard. It's become part of our lives that we can't get rid of. So instead of trying to get rid of it, we're embracing it and trying to do something positive with it.
There was so much positive, both of you, when you speak about your son. It's all good. And that's rare. That is a huge tribute to the two of you and to him. And
it was 20 years of the best time ever. And so I can't disregard that like, it was a blessing.
It's such a profound loss. You never get better. This is not something you get better from. This is something that you learn to live with. And you either, like Vic said, celebrate it and find ways to honor him, which is how we're approaching it. But every day is very, very hard.
It sounds to me like Cameron was overall pretty healthy, other than he'd had 4 epileptic seizures. And had you all ever heard of sudden unexpected death in epilepsy?
Never.
No.
Never.
What treatments, if any, was he on?
He was on a medication called Keppra. So when he had his second seizure, he had a total of 5 seizures in his life. When he had his second seizure, they said he had epilepsy, and they started him on the Keppra.
Keppra is an anticonvulsant.
And that's like the one thing they actually found in his blood, so we know he was on his Keppra. But we had not really been well educated about epilepsy by the doctors who diagnosed him. We definitely did not know it could be fatal. I mean, we assumed it could be fatal if you fell and hit your head.
Right. That was our word.
So you were always very conscious of also, hey, Cameron, you're not going to go swimming in a pool all by yourself because you know that if it happened, then he might drown.
Exactly.
So, but you weren't thinking that he would go to bed one night and not wake up from SUDEP.
That was not a thing because we didn't know what it was. Our problem has been that we didn't get a whole bunch of explanation or feedback or help or what to do during the time.
What things might be triggers, how you actually change, life changes to adapt. We weren't given any of that education.